The gnawing wind of the Weimar Republic appeared to whistle a tune of despondency through the cobbled roads of Berlin. It was 1932, and Germany was a country wavering on the edge. The economic crisis of the early 20s had sunk its hooks profound, leaving joblessness wild, families starving, and an aggregate feeling of public embarrassment stewing just underneath the surface. In the turbulent political scene, a figure with an enraged look and a flourishing voice started to rise. Adolf Hitler. Hitler? He scapegoated the Jews and different minorities, faulting them for the country's troubles, and vowed to reestablish Germany to its legitimate spot. In 1933, Hitler was named chancellor. It was a influential place, yet not outright power. However, with tenacious proficiency, his system started to destroy the delicate majority rules government. The Reichstag fire, advantageously accused unsocialist, gave him the guise he expected to hold on to more noteworthy control. Rivals were hushed, contradictors were buffed, and the Nazi party turned into one of a kind. The primary demonstration of insubordination was unobtrusive, practically subtle to pariahs. The settlement of Versailles, the embarrassing arrangement that had disabled Germany after the Second Great War, was treated with scorn. Rearmament started, shrouded in the appearance of business projects and public expression. The Wehrmacht, Germany's military, filled in both size and strength of breaking the deal's restrictions with bowed-faced dismissive. Then came the Rhineland in 1936. This neutral ground, a cushion among Germany and France, was reoccupied by Nazi soldiers. It was a bet, a trial of the worldwide local area's determination. The world watched, reluctant to gamble with another conflict. Hitler, encouraged by this inaction, saw just shortcoming. The hunger for development had been whetted, and Czechoslovakia turned to the following objective. The Sudetenland, a locale populated to a great extent by ethnic Germans, was requested. Once more, the world faltered. At the Munich Understanding, England and France, frantic to stay away from war, mollified Hitler, giving him the Sudetenland in return for a commitment of harmony. This mollification, nonetheless, just energized Hitler's desire. And next on the plan was Austria. The Anschluss, the addition of Austria into the Reich, occurred in 1938. It was a quick, practically bloodless takeover, driven by the intense help of Austrian Nazis and the impassive quiet of the world powers. The Guide of Europe was being redrawn, and Hitler was the map maker. The ink was scarcely dry on the Munich arrangement when Hitler's powers walked into the remainder of Czechoslovakia, breaking the understanding and any deception that he could be relied upon. The world at long last started to understand the real essence of the Nazi system. The straw that broke the camel's back came in 1939. Hitler, encouraged by his simple triumphs, requested the Clean Passage, a piece of land that isolated East Prussia from the remainder of Germany. At the point when Poland declined, German tanks moved across the boundary. England and France, having vowed to safeguard Poland, pronounced war. The beginning phases of the conflict were a lightning-quick mission known as raid, another sort of fighting depending on speed and overpowering power. Poland fell rapidly, trailed by France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, resulting in a path of obliteration and demolition. The Nazi conflict machine appeared to be relentless, filled by a twisted philosophy and a desire for power. The world, at last perceiving the existential danger presented by Hitler and his system, was dove into the staggering struggle of the Second Great War. A conflict conceived of military desire, yet an addition of urgency, dread, and the significant inability to regard the examples of history. It was a conflict that would guarantee a huge number of lives and perpetually modify the direction of mankind's set of experiences. An unmistakable indication of the staggering results of unrestrained desire and the enticing charm of demagoguery.